It's Kidney Month here on Natural Health Dialogue. Last week we talked about cleansing the kidney. Today we're going to talk about overall health and how to keep your kidney healthy, those sorts of things here with naturopathic Dr. Randy Lee, talking about this very important organ. Randy, how do we keep our kidney healthy?
Thank you, Joseph. Because kidney issues are an issue within my family, I've paid a lot of attention to them. And then last week, we actually talked about the fact that the kidney in most people, according to the tests that we've run, urine and saliva tests that have been done, most people, up to 90% of the people, would be probably surprised to find out that their kidney is probably their weakest organ. It's overworked, and we don't normally do much about it. So I have guys come walk in and say, well, exactly where is my kidney anyway? I think most people kind of understand that, but if they do, I tell them, stand like a little tin soldier, take your fist and put them on your back like you're standing at parade rest as a little tin soldier, and approximately where you put them, in the lower part of the back, below the rib cage, you'll find your kidneys, one on each side of the body, left and right. They're about the size of your fist. They're kind of bean-shaped, and by the way, and the adrenals are a little snow-capped peak that sits on top of those beans. That's for another blog sometime.
Okay.
But the kidneys are there, and they serve a tremendous amount of functions. Now, last week we talked primarily about the need for water and for cleansing to keep the kidney functioning well in terms of blood purification, taking toxins out of the blood. But there are many other things that the kidney does other than just removing toxins.
Like
and
what?
That's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. A couple of other things. First of all, the kidney has the primary responsibility for maintaining your body pH. That's potential of hydrogen. That's your acid alkaline balance within your body. And that's a whole nother topic.
Right.
Usually we talk about, because when we talk about pH, we talk about things that you can. There was even a book written called "Eat Right for your blood type," and that all dealt with the acid residue that's left by foods, and they differ from blood type to blood type. But the fact of the matter is, it's an acid residue just from eating food. Those acids affect your body pH. If you do a lot of sugar, that affects your body pH. Things like caffeine and stimulant drinks and things affect your body pH. So we want to keep our pH somewhere around the neutral range, 7 to 7.2, 7.4. First thing in the morning when your body has removed the acids as you sleep overnight, maybe 6.5 or slightly lower than that, but you want it to be in that range. Virtually every health food store and other place that you look for, you can usually find some pH test strips, and we recommend that you periodically, you don't have to do it every day, but periodically do a saliva test and a urine test to figure out exactly where your pH is. And then remember that the primary balancer for those is the kidney. So if the kidney's not functioning well, then your pH your pH problems are exacerbated even more. So it does that also by balancing the water and the salts and minerals. It's responsible for the balance of sodium, potassium, phosphorus, even calcium is balanced in the kidneys. So if your kidneys aren't working well, you're going to have some mineral imbalances as well. We talked about sweating last week and losing many of our salts. The kidneys are one of the primary it is the primary organ for making sure that those balances stay within realm if they're available in your body.
Okay.
So pH is one thing. Another thing is they actually make hormones. And most people don't realize that your kidneys actually serve in that process. But the hormones do about three basic things that I'm aware of. They maybe do 100 of them, but I know of three that I wanted to mention. Number one, the hormones within the kidneys actually help to generate and make red blood cells. And those are your oxygen carriers within your blood system. And so if you have a low red blood cell count, you're going to have some diseases, or at least some abnormalities in your body that are caused from not having a good blood carrying, oxygen carrying capacity, and that's managed through the hormones that are generated in the kidney. They also keep your skeleton strong. I mentioned that the chemical balance, or the balance of minerals, one of those was calcium.
Right.
And so the kidney has a direct play into making sure that your skeleton, the bones of your body, are strong and don't get brittle. So without your kidneys functioning well, you can expect your skeletal strength to fall as well. And for people who are my age, I'll be 75 here in a couple of months, and for people who are in my age group, 10 years of that, 65 to 85, and even more, I should say maybe from 65 up to however old you get to be, bone breakage is generally one of the things that kill people our age. You break a bone, the bones are brittle, they can't heal properly. That can be directly related to an improperly functioning kidney as well. And then it's interesting to me too. When I first had some high blood pressure problems, I went to the doctor. I was in the military at the time, and they put me into Wilford Hall down in San Antonio, Texas, and they put me on where? The kidney ward. So the third thing that it does is it helps to balance your blood pressure. And so the things that control blood pressure are pretty much generated by the kidney. So if you have blood pressure problems, or if you have a family member that runs to the hospital and you don't know exactly where they are, but they're gone in because of some kind of a blood pressure issue, chances are you're going to find them on the kidney ward.
Sounds like it's really worth keeping your kidney healthy.
Yeah, those are pretty major things. Your skeleton, your blood pressure, your red blood cells, pretty major. And besides the fact that it does all that cleansing, it controls those kinds of things as well. So about a million nephron filters that run through the kidneys, or that are contained within the kidneys, that draw out those toxins. And so most people's kidneys function adequately enough. And we don't have a lot of people that go to get kidney tests unless there's a problem. So generally the first time people know that their kidneys aren't doing well is when they have a problem. So I thought, here are some common symptoms that you can watch for that let you know that you need to address your kidneys.
Yeah, okay, what are they?
If you go to the bathroom to urinate, you know that the urine has come from the kidney through the ureters and the urethra and to the outside world. If it's burning urine, then there's probably an issue with your kidney, not enough acid being taken out, and so you get acid into your urine, and it causes a burning as it exits the body. Dark colored, thick, or bleeding urine. If you get a kidney stone that makes it out of your kidney without the excruciating pain that makes you do something about it, it still is going to break some of those million nephron filters, and you may have a few drops of blood in there. So if you get a pinkish tint or something that's obviously blood, you've probably damaged your kidney in some way or another, and you need to have that checked. And then, of course, we've already talked about the excruciating pain of developing kidney stones. Those are some things that will cause you to go do something about your kidney. And we have supplements, and the doctors have lots of forms. They can do lipotrypsy and a lot of things to try to take care of the kidneys. But we have some things that will help to dissolve those stones if you catch them early. They take some time to work, take about 2.5 weeks or a week and a half minimum to dissolve those stones. So you need to pay attention to any pain in the kidney area in your back, even if it's just a slight pain. As a minimum, increase your water intake and maybe take something to dissolve some of those kidney stones. So what can you do to keep healthy kidneys? Drink plenty of water. Monitor your body's pH. Do a test from time to time. Lower your sugar intake. It's the number one inflammatory agent that you can put in your body.
Always.
Work with your medical advisors, whoever that be, to control your blood pressure. Keep it within numbers. High blood pressure puts stress on the kidneys and can cause kidney damage long term. And then if you're a big-time salt user, back off on the salt. The salt affects the kidney balance of salts, and if it can't remove enough of them, then that can cause some kidney damage as well. Consider herbal supplements, but I've got a whole blog that we put out in March that covers the supplements for the kidney. So I'm just going to put it this way: go to the health patch, look under resources, and you'll find blogs there. Go back to the March blog that we had on kidneys to find some herbal supplements that help there. Kidney issues are a major cause of premature death in America. It's number one place in your body that's probably weak that you don't even know about. So take care of yours, and please don't take your kidneys for granted. Don't wait until you've got a problem to do something about them.
Thank you, Randy. And until next time, may your kidneys be as healthy as they can be.
Amen.
See you next time.